were like, oh my gosh, I can wear smaller underwear. So this was essential. I can't imagine like living without it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do another video on kind of postpartum mom life. So these are going to be my postpartum essentials. These are what helped me survive. It was, that was rough. That was a rough couple weeks. If you are a mom, I keep talking about this thing. If you are a mom who's expecting, make sure to keep your eyes out or look for my what they don't tell you about labor and delivery and what they don't tell you about pregnancy on my channel. Disclaimer, this is a very TMI video as well. That's just what postpartum videos are. I'm making it not to share weird secrets with the internet, but hopefully to help some of you moms out. So yes, TMI alert from now on, pretty much all the time on my channel, everywhere. So the first thing that I thought was a postpartum essential is the thing that I keep waving around for some reason. It is the Peri bottle. I talked about this in my what they don't tell you about labor and delivery. I need to put it down because I'm just doing weird stuff with it. You don't want to use rough toilet paper to wipe after all of the mess and all of the hurt that is going on down there. You want to have as gentle of a cleaning method as possible. So you just fill this up with warm water and then run it over everything, and it helps clean and just kind of makes you feel a little better about life. And it's kind of hard to do when you are nursing a baby or bleeding all the time. So this was essential. I can't imagine like living without it. It's not so dramatic. They just gave it to me at the hospital, and then you take it home with you. Make sure to take it home. The next thing I have written down are tucks, or just any type of medicated cooling pads. They are like witch hazel pads. So I think you can make these at home. They were lifesavers, and they also help your stitches if you do get stitches from an episiotomy or tearing or anything. They do help them kinda, at least for me, help them be less itchy when they were healing, because that's just bleh. It also helps with the pain, and then it can help with hemorrhoids. Line a pad with it and just keep it there until you change your pad the next time. They were definitely lifesavers. And I've also seen some padsicles, I think they call them padsicles, on Pinterest that you can look up the recipe for them. That sounds so weird. A lot of them use witch hazel. While we're on the topic, pads, you're going to need them. Take home the ones from the hospital. I took home, like, I don't know why I'm so passionate about that. I took home a large package or two of them. They were wonderful. I wish I could like have those just like for life. They fit into the mesh underwear, which I'll talk about in a second, that come home from the hospital as well. They just fit that well. But make sure to take them home from the hospital. You are paying tons of money. Take home as much as you can. But then ahead of time, I also bought pads. So I went a little crazy. I bought the heavy duty or whatever, nighttime, heavy duty, nighttime ones with wings, maxi pads. And these are just normal pads, I think. So I had 3 different types of pads, plus the ones from the hospital. It worked really well to just use the hospitals, and then use the overnight ones with the wings, and then use the smaller ones, and then eventually like the little panty liners. It's like an accomplishment when you get to the next size. It sounds ridiculous, but it really was. You were like, oh my gosh, I can wear smaller underwear. If you can't tell, it's like 2 in the morning. I'm filming right now. I'm so tired. Speaking of hemorrhoids, I'm like an expert in this area. You want to drink all your water all the time. Get a hemorrhoid cream. This is just the Up and Up brand. Use it. Use it a lot, because if you push that baby out, I pushed for 2.5 hours, you're gonna get hemorrhoids. They can last a long time, like months. So you might need this a few months after he's born. In order to prevent them, okay, I'll tell you my whole story. The first thing that I would kind of recommend that worked well was Metamucil, or you could take like Miralax. But the Metamucil was just, you would pour it into a drink. Don't do apple juice because it's disgusting. And it was tolerable. It was not good in the slightest. The texture of it is disgusting. But if you don't have any other options, this really does help. It really works. But then I discovered these. So these are actually my favorite. These are just Up and Up brand. They are fiber gummies, but they're gummies and they taste good. And you take 2, like that's it. Like all you have to do is take 2 gummies. These were lifesavers, especially when I had to drink that stuff. So I would just stock up on these beforehand and just start start eating them from the start. Next time I'm taking these with me to the hospital. Next thing I have written down are meds. Stock up on Tylenol and ibuprofen before you go to the hospital. Between all of my recovery from stitches and pushing and soreness and bleeding and tears, and on top of that, feeding, cracked nipples, and all the fun stuff, I was in so much pain that I was on a schedule for meds, and if I missed them, ooh, it was bad. Next thing I wrote down are good old granny panties, the biggest underwear you can find. I don't care what they look like, who cares? Your husband's already seen you give birth. These things are, they should be nothing. But before that, make sure to take home the hospital's mesh panties that they give you. They are wonderful. They are so comfortable, you guys. I was set. I'm like getting pumped up. This. I don't know why. I'm really motivated talking about mesh panties. I don't know why. Anyway, so make sure to take them home. I also thought it helped, I don't have it down here with me, but it helps to have a tightening lotion so your belly doesn't go down for a long time after you've given birth, or for a good amount of time. And you often have kind of saggy skin too, kind of like almost cellulite-y looking skin, or cellulite. So I bought the Jergens brand, the skin tightening lotion I think it's called. I think it really did help get rid of some of the looseness of all my skin. You definitely need comfy pants and comfy tanks. I lived in tanks. If it was wintertime, I would have just worn sweatpants and a sweatshirt. Just something comfy. Along the lines of kind of nursing tanks and what to wear, you also might want some breast pads. You actually, if you're going to breastfeed, or even if you're not, I feel like when you get engorged and your milk comes in and then has to dry up, you need breast pads. You need them. Speaking of breastfeeding, if you are breastfeeding, there are two things that I think are essential for postpartum. Nipple cream / coconut oil. So I got the Earth Mama Baby nipple butter. That's a mouthful. And it worked halfway well, really. I think it would have worked fine if he had a good latch and didn't cause me to start cracking and blistering and all that fun stuff. I liked that option rather than the other type of stuff that they give you at the hospital. But then in order to heal, the best thing that I found was coconut oil. It smells so good too, but it came in handy. I use it all the time. That one does stain things more, it seems like, so you have to be a little more careful with it. My battery died. The coconut oil saved my life. It did. Aside from Jesus, coconut oil. Okay, I don't have too many left, but the next two things are kind of related. One is freezer meals. I didn't do this, and I will for my next baby, just to make some easy freezer meals. You will thank yourself in the future, because I wish I would have. Oh, I wish I would have. Thankfully, we had like a meal train thing, I think it's called, from the people at church, to get meals, and they had sides. It was like heaven to not have to cook or worry about what you were gonna eat. It was glorious. And then the next thing that I wrote down on the same topic is deli meat, or like I just wrote that down, but anything that's gonna be really quick to make. You just wanna make a peanut butter sandwich or something. You don't really have a ton of time to eat, but most of all, you don't really have the energy to make something to eat. Second to last thing that I have written down are movies / good Netflix shows / YouTuber. So if you wanna watch me, no, I'm just kidding. If you have some YouTuber that you really like watching, like daily vlogs, or you have a Netflix, I had a list of shows that I wanted to watch. We watched Stranger Things, some Gossip Girl, New Girl. You just needed something to do that didn't require energy while you're feeding your baby for the 10th time in like 2 hours. I would say a book if you love books, but those kind of take a little more energy. You gotta turn the page. And the last thing I have written down is the lamest one of all, kind of the most cliche one. I always save this one for last, but it is a support system. I had a lot of issues with postpartum depression and anxiety and stuff, and I just needed Taylor to just listen to me and just give me support in that way and help me work through it. But it also does come in handy if you can. I didn't learn this, maybe I will for my next baby, maybe I won't, but it does come in handy to give up some control and let some people help you in terms of energy and time. If they come and clean your house for you, or bring you a meal, or watch your other kids, or help you with the baby, come and let you take a shower. Have it as a physical sense of support, but also have and make sure you have someone there to emotionally support support you, because postpartum is definitely, you have a lot of hormones running around, but it also is amazing. It's amazing. It's crazy, guys. It's so crazy. Babies are so crazy and they're just the best. I'll stop rambling, but hopefully these kind of helped you. Well, hopefully they help you. A lot of them are not underwear. A lot of them are not that expensive, but they will help you. They will save you. Click out of this, go to Target, get these things so that you're just ready for baby. If any of you other moms have any suggestions, leave them down below so that people can see them. Or just let me know down below if you have any other mom type of videos that you want me to make. Make sure to subscribe down below if you want to see more videos, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!